Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of Hampton Waterlooville versus Worthing from the Draper Tools Community Stadium. I'm Matt Drabble. Alongside me today is Adam Nixon, bringing you all the action in this National League South clash as the second placed Hawks take on a Worthing side which has adjusted very well to life in the sixth tier of English football. Worthing currently sat at 7th in the table and have only lost one of their last 8 games in all competitions. Worthing in their traditional all red shirts with a white trim, red shorts and red socks. Hampton Waterlooville in white shirts, white shorts and white socks, as the game will start with Danny Wright hounding down Harrison Mayle in the Worthing goal. Sent forward over the top looking for Callum Keeley. Joe Ostler has a handful of his shirt. The referee doesn't spot it. Headed on by Mo Darbury, where Billy Clifford can pick it up. And that's really a trademark of their game. It was in the Isthmian League, it is in this league. It comes from manager Adam Hinchelwood. They're going to try and play their way out from the back, but they might have got themselves in trouble doing so. They've given it to Billy Clifford 18 yards out, and Clifford really should have made Harrison Mayle pay, but instead sends it straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Ever the selfless co-commentator, Adam, as he reaches into his bag and allows me some respite from the cold. Mo Fowl pinching it high from the Hawks. On his right boot, forces a save from Harrison Mayle, who dives down to his right and claims it to his chest. Mo Fowl just picking up a second ball, 20 yards from goal. Waves play on, alive with McCarthy left-hand channel. Back to the left-back, Joe Newton, sweeping ball towards Danny Wright. Just controls and lays off to Ostler, deflected. McCarthy hits the second effort. Both go over the bar, and Hampton Waterlooville had numerous chances to test Harrison Mayle there and weren't able to do so. And now Mo Cadham will lead the counter-attack for Worthing. He's the wrong side of Joe Ostler. Red shirts joining in the centre. Cadham to Keeley. Wonderful ball. Keeley bearing down on goal. The ball has forced him wide. He's just about kept it in play. Newton holding it up. Dabray to hit first time into the arms of Brad House. Passley to cross from the right-hand side towards Danny Wright. Headed away at the near post. Might bounce loose to Cadham, who's just chested it past Oscar Goburn. Cadham looking for options. He's got Keeley to his left, Chambers to his right, goes to Callum Keeley. Flag stays down. Keeley in the area on his right foot, fired past Brad House. Worthing on the counter-attack, steal into a lead, and Callum Keeley took it very well indeed, cutting in from the left flank on his right boot. The Hawks gave him far too much respect, and Keeley unleashed a vicious effort on his right boot. Hampton Waterlooville just could do with a spell of possession here, and Billy Clifford has found Josh Passley in space up the right wing. Passley to Roberts, standing up Beresford, right hand side, crosses a good one towards Danny Wright, bundled into the advertising hoardings behind the goal. It was almost a nice first time finish from Danny Wright, a good ball from James Roberts, but it remains Hampton Waterlooville 0, Worthing 1. Hooked over halfway by Hampton Waterlooville. Worthing send it forward. Oscar Goburn nods on once more. And then a mistake at the back for Worthing could gift Hampton Waterlooville a chance. It's James Roberts, rough with him. Roberts shooting himself. He's put it past the post. And Hampton Waterlooville failed to take advantage of a shocking Worthing mistake at the back. The two centre-backs ran into each other. That allowed James Roberts to break the other way. Him and Charlie Ruff, 2-on-1 versus just Aaron Racine. Now 4 in the Hampton Waterlooville wall. They're about 20 yards from goal in front of goalkeeper Brad House, who waits to deal with this set piece. It's off the right boot of Chambers towards the top corner. Wonderful save from Brad House, and it had to be. Driven towards the top left-hand corner off the boot of the right footer. Brad House at full extension to get his fingertips on it. Just clips it out to Joe Newton, the left back. Cadham out to meet him. Newton takes a step round Cadham, goes back to Billy Clifford. Clifford under pressure from Chambers, looking to work away from the Worthing's number 8. He's giving it straight to Lewis White, 20 yards from goal. Lewis White shot. Lewis White tipped onto the post, I think, by Brad House, and the corner kick is given. So that's a fine save from House for Worthing, and he's being kept out the side right now by the Australian-born Callum Keeley. Here's James Roberts, a goal scorer himself, who smashes one towards the top right-hand corner from fully 35 yards. Quick-fire shot from Roberts from nothing, really. Crossing opportunity for Billy Clifford. Back to Roberts by the corner flag. Corner went short towards the back post. Danny Wright jumps, but he was leaning back, craning his neck muscles to get on it, and he heads over the bar. And perhaps he may have been better off letting that one run through to Joe Ostler, who was stood just behind him, Adam. And Billy Clifford, from all of about 25 yards, with a wonderful opportunity to test Harrison Mayle. Lays off to McCarthy. He will strike from range. McCarthy flashes it past the post, missed by a solid 8 or so yards in the end. And that seems to be the plan for Worthing now. They're quite content to sit deeper as Clifford digs out a diagonal to James Roberts. Roberts one-on-one with Mayle, just chips it past Mayle, but the goalkeeper jumps to his left and palms it away. Roberts was taken out after the shot had got off, but referee deems that if the ball he'd already got the chance to get a shot off, it wouldn't be worthy of a penalty. To Joe Rye, and Darbre once more to lead a counter-attack. Out to Lewis White, standing up Jake McCarthy. White, he's past McCarthy, he tries to haul him down. To the byline goes Lewis White, across the near post, bounces to Darbre, loose in the area, laid off to Chambers, blocked by Joe Ostler. Worthing want a handball, they won't matter anyway, because Callum Keeley has turned it in from close range, and Worthing have two, Keeley has two. Their fans spill out over the advertising boardings as they celebrate. And Havant and Waterlooville just haven't been able to contend with that counter-attack, and it bites them again. Chance for Havant and Waterlooville up the other end with Danny Wright, who sends a crashing volley over the bar. So 25 yards out, it's Chambers, it's curled towards the hands of Brad House, straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, and Havant and Waterlooville will look to get going in a hurry up the right to James Roberts, bounces over Roberts and out behind. Switching out to the right-hand side, space for Cole Brown, the right back. Loads of room to try and pick a pass. Clips one out. Ollie Pearce. Flag stays down. It's not going to be 3-0, is it? Pearce to Keeley. Hat-trick. Worthing in charge, and deserved to be. The Hawks are crumbling on home soil, and Callum Keeley has a third. That's his third as well. And it's the Worthing fans that are enjoying their day out, because they're 3-0 up against the second-place Hawks. Rough in a hurry to it. He's fouled and takes the free kick quickly. Looking for Josh Passley out on the right-hand side. Passley looping one back into the penalty area. It's straight up in the air. Will anyone get a touch on it? Mo Fowl heads it towards Mail. It's in the back of the net. There's one. Mo Fowl with a freak goal. A ball went straight up in the air from Passley. Rough headed to Fowl. Fowl just craned his neck, nodded it past Harrison Mail in the Worthing goal. The ball was not travelling quickly at all, but the flight of it and the fact that Mail dived so early meant it had enough carry on it just to loop over the goalkeeper into the net. Roberts breaking tackles of his own. Wonderful run from Roberts on the left, straight from the goal kick. Fowl with him, into Fowl. Passley joining in back of the area. Fowl takes a touch around his man, still going to Rooney. Rooney to poke home, but he couldn't do it. Mail saves. Hawks almost within one. Paul Rooney with a chance, 4 yards out, collected the cross from Mo Fowl and just couldn't tap it past Harrison Mail to make a run towards the near post. Launched towards Rooney. Ostler jumps for it. Flicked back towards Jamie Collins. Laid off to McCarthy. Chance to shoot. Deflected towards goal. Off the post. And Havant and Waterlooville were a whisker away of putting themselves within one. McCarthy's deflected effort from 20 yards clangs off the left-hand post. Beresford, the left back, picks it up by his own corner flag. McCarthy forcing it backwards. McCarthy's won it back for the Hawks. Into Rooney. Rooney looking for space to cross. Chip towards Fowl. Fowl off the bar and back out of the play. And Worthing hammer it away again, just to find someone in white. Darbre breaking the other way, and now Worthing are well and truly on the break, and it's Meekums, not a white shirt in sight. Meekums to stride past Brad House. Can he wrap up the points for Worthing? Saved by Brad House, who spreads himself in front of Meekums and toes it away.
An incredible save from Brad House. Did really well to get down and deny him.
Still alive, Worthing, right-hand side, across the near post to Darbre, and Darbre does secure all 3 points for the Rebels, who crash it home and makes it 4-1 and sends Havant and Waterlooville home unhappy. And maybe it's not done yet, because Meekums has broke in on the left-hand side again. Meekums across the area. Darbre, it's not going to be 5, is it? It is! It is a rout! Worthing with a 5-star performance to smash Havant and Waterlooville on home soil. And it's Worthing's fans that are having a dream day out on the south coast, an hour down the road. And they are running riot. Who's left around us, to be honest? I think we can count on one hand, and that will do it here at the Draper Tools Community Stadium. Hasn't happened much this season, hasn't happened at all this season, but it's happened today. Worthing dominant at the Draper Tools. 5-1 winners, yes, 5-1 winners over Havant and Waterlooville